Welcome back. Today we're going to go over chapter 7 of Priscilla Presley's book, Softly as I Leave You. I know it's been a few days, so let's go ahead and just jump in. Priscilla says after her relationship with Michael Edwards ended, she had to reassess what was best for Lisa Marie. Priscilla says that she knows at this point Lisa was smoking cigarettes and smoking pot, possibly drinking alcohol. Priscilla also is aware that other harder drugs, narcotics, were available in their circle, like cocaine. So she decided to enroll Lisa Marie in a boarding school called Happy Valley. It was located in Ojai, California. Lisa wasn't happy with the decision, but of course she had no choice. Priscilla said that school was Lisa's burden to bear. Surprisingly, though, she said Lisa Marie was very happy there and she made friends. She enjoyed that school more than any other school she had attended. In the meantime, Priscilla says she enrolled in acting classes that were coached by Milton Katselis. I hope I'm reading that correctly. She says with no clear goal with her acting, she sat in the classes and observed. Milton, though, called her out for not contributing, just sitting there and watching others perform and not contributing to the class itself. So after that, she began to perform with the other actors. She said she was really nervous at first, but soon learned that performing in front of others wasn't as frightening as she had initially thought. And this is what kicked off her acting career, or wanting to pursue acting professionally. She said one of her first acting opportunities was a leading role in Charlie's Angels, the show Charlie's Angels, but that she had turned it down because she didn't want to play a role as someone who lived to please a man. She was concerned about being typecasted the way Elvis had been typecasted in his own movies. She was then offered a role in the show called Those Amazing Animals. It premiered in 1980. The show guests were, you guessed it, animals. She says she really enjoyed doing that show. She learned a lot about animals doing the show, and she was really disappointed when the show wasn't renewed for a second season. Her agency then set her up with an audition for the role as Jenna Wade on a show called Dallas. She said after 2 auditions, she was thrilled to learn she had landed the role. Priscilla said she was really apprehensive about taking this role because at the time Dallas was a really, really popular show and she had never done a dramatic role before. She said that she was also aware that being thrown into the spotlight again, she would be vulnerable to gossip and rumors, just like it had been when she was with Elvis. She says that she did enjoy playing the role of Jenna Wade and that doing this series was some of the most memorable years of her life. She and her co-stars got along very well and they accepted her with open arms as a newcomer. She describes Larry Hagman as a very funny man. He would actually walk around on set with a bottle of champagne throughout the day and take sips from it and would offer champagne to his castmates. And on some Sundays, the cast would go to his house in Malibu and walk on the beach and have a good time, have a good conversation. Everyone had a conversation except Larry Hagman. And she soon learned that on Sundays, he didn't speak at all because his role on the show, he had speaking lines in almost every scene that he wanted to preserve his voice. She says that Larry Hagman and Patrick Duffy, who was also, I guess her I've never watched the show, but she says Patrick Duffy was her love interest on the show. That Larry and Patrick were pranksters. And one scene where they were all taking a sip of water, one of them, either Larry or Patrick, had replaced the water with vodka. And so the actors had to blink back their reactions after realizing what they were drinking was vodka, not water. Priscilla says, meanwhile in Ojai, she didn't realize that there was a thriving drug culture out there. And without her there to monitor Lisa Marie, Lisa ended up experimenting with more serious drugs in Ojai. Priscilla says that she learned that Lisa was doing pot, cocaine, alcohol, and sedatives. By the middle of Lisa's junior year, Lisa had flunked all of her classes. Priscilla says that sending Lisa away to what she thought was a safe school backfired, so she ended up bringing Lisa Marie home. She says that she enrolled Lisa in another school, but Lisa continued to find ways to get drugs and do drugs, and that she understood that Priscilla was Priscilla understood that she was in denial about Lisa's drug use. Priscilla said that she was also concerned with, Lisa being a celebrity, that if the press had gotten word of Lisa's drug use, they would have exaggerated it and it would have been just problematic all around. Priscilla said that the only way she could protect Lisa Marie's drug use was just to address it head on. She enrolled Lisa in the Scientology Center's, Celebrity Center's rehab program called Narconon. She spells it Narconon. And that Lisa didn't want to go, but because Lisa was only 17, she didn't need her permission. She was a minor, so she had no choice. After Lisa went through a detox program, she was then enrolled in the center's drug education program. She says Lisa also learned communication skills, which improved both of their lives significantly. She says the biggest difference, though, with Lisa Marie was when she met Danny Keough. Danny's mom was a higher up in Scientology, and he was also devoted to Scientology. Priscilla considers that a win-win for her. Priscilla also says that not long after she met Danny, Lisa approached Priscilla and told her, and I'm going to quote here, "Mom, I was really rough on you. I did get some things from Scientology that I liked." And Lisa added, quote, "and I just like giving you trouble," end quote. Which Priscilla said she knew. Priscilla was aware of that, but she said it was nice to hear. By the time Lisa Marie completed rehab, she was almost 18 years old. Priscilla decided not to re-enroll her in school because she, and I'm going to quote this, she saw, quote, "no reason to return her to an environment filled with unhappiness and temptation," end quote. When Lisa turned 18, Priscilla got her own apartment in Westwood, which Danny would often visit her at. Priscilla says that she paid the bills directly because Lisa hadn't yet learned how to write a check, let alone navigate her own apartment lease. And Lisa was over the moon about the move, her new place, and the freedom to make her own decisions, good or bad. Priscilla says that she did miss Lisa terribly after Lisa moved out. It was really lonely, and she put herself in Lisa's shoes, thinking, when I was 18, did I always want to be around my mom? No, of course not. Priscilla talks about how she thought back to when she was 18 and how she had now an appreciation for what her parents went through, because it was around that age when her parents allowed her to move to Memphis, and how much they worried about her and if they had made the right decision in letting her move. And on top of that, they had Elvis to contend with. Priscilla says that Elvis had taken over all of the decision making for her, and she allowed it. And she added that her parents had essentially lost all control of their daughter. Priscilla says that Lisa was only across town, not in another country, and that Priscilla still struggled with being apart from Lisa. Priscilla ends the chapter by expressing how difficult it was to raise Elvis Presley's daughter, especially without him. She says that his early death had given him a godlike status with the public and with Lisa. And the fans were enthralled by Lisa because she is Elvis's only surviving link to him. Priscilla says she did what she could to protect Lisa Marie for 18 years, but after 18 years, she had to let Lisa Marie go and let her do her own thing. All right, that does it for chapter 7. Stay tuned for chapter 8. This is where Priscilla discusses becoming a mother for a second time. She also talks about Lisa's wedding and her interaction with Anna Nicole Smith. Stay tuned. See you then.